President Trump infers, not only infers, says, hey, we got to win in the midterms. Republicans have to win or I'm getting impeached again.
You got to win the midterms, because if we don't win the midterms, it's just going to be, they'll find a reason to impeach me. I'll get impeached.
They've been building towards this, and we know that if they get the majority in the House back, that they will try it again, whether it be over National Guard deployments, whether it be over originally strikes on boats in the Caribbean, now over maybe an illegal incursion to arrest the president of Venezuela, as we saw just over the weekend. They are building towards it. It's just which one of their narratives, their threads, will they choose to stick it out with? They are going to do that if they have the majority in the House of Representatives.
If they have the majority, they get it done. I think that's kind of clear.
Yeah, he's impeached. Easy.
That's going to happen. He's done enough that would be the gray area for them to make their case. And again, why not put America through that again?
So this is at the Republican conference retreat, the GOP retreat. They were meeting at the Trump Kennedy Center today, where they kind of lay out their agenda for the coming year. These retreats happen early in the year, always, where they break off from the normal duties of Congress, and they're like, okay, what are the agenda items we want to get done? If you're in the minority, sometimes it's what agenda items do we want to block? But what the Republicans are doing here, they're meeting with the president, and then there will be kind of breakout sessions among committees and leadership to try and, it's your favorite kind of thing.
I love a good breakout
You
meeting.
love a breakout session. You love a conconference.
Love it. A round
especially
table.
with talkers. Just a bunch of talkers.
One of those places they put you in a seat next to someone you don't know.
Yeah.
And, I love it so much.
A good moderator. But the president was there to kind of, as the leader of the party, kind of lay out the agenda, so to speak. But it was kind of a pep talk to the members of Congress, like, look at all we've done, and bashing the left. But he did get to this really key point. And I think maybe for him, the most important point of the midterms is that if the House falls to the Democrats as far as a majority in this November election, there will be, I would wager, almost no legislation moving forward for 2 years. And then you are going to see attempt after attempt at the Democrats, whether it be through oversight hearings, whether it be through calling people before Congress, or whether it be impeachment, which I predicted a long time, and a lot of others have as well. That is their main agenda item for this election cycle.
Put a prop bet on it. You put a...
Yeah, you can do that now.
I'm sure you can.
But
we don't advise it.
The left will do that early in. They will try to get an impeachment for it. There's already articles of impeachment written, I'm sure, for every single offense that they can come up with. But they will get that done early. They will try to get it before the Senate soon. If they were to take the Senate, then I think it would be, obviously the Senate would set the rules there. It would move forward a lot more easily for them.
Yeah, just put everyone through another torturous experience. No thanks. I would much prefer that not to happen. And look, he is right that if the Democrats and the Republicans played by the same rules, there was plenty of things that could have happened during the Biden presidency. In fact, it was floated out there many times, and often it was shut down because the Republicans don't seem to play that game. The lowering the bar of, you can say whatever you want about the people in the House and the Senate, the Republicans and the Democrats, some of the ones that have been there forever, some of the ones that are new. They do play by a bit of different set of cards. And maybe that's why you've seen some frustration out of some of the younger ones that come through, because the older ones, specifically the older Republicans, kind of are maintaining the decorum, if you will, that has been at least in their lifetime.
Whether or not that will hold going into the future.
I don't think it will.
Because here's the thing. Impeachment was always the ultimate political threat. Obviously, Bill Clinton was impeached, but before that, it was Andrew Johnson that was impeached. So it was a very long list of presidents that were not impeached. But then you had the Nixon era where impeachment was looming and he resigned. It was
going to happen, yeah.
But then
you went old Tim Walz.
You had, what did you have? You had impeachment of Bill Clinton.
Also not a crook.
Also not a crook. You got some zingers today. But then what happens? That becomes the ultimate threat. Bill Clinton was impeached, not removed from office. But then how many times did the left start to chant for George W. Bush, impeach him, impeach him? Then Obama, impeach him, impeach him. But what did Congress never actually do? They never got to that.
They never got the job done.
With Trump, they broke through that invisible barrier, that red line in the sand twice. And
once wasn't he not even in office anymore? Right?
He wasn't even in office anymore.
Yeah.
They decided just for old time's sake, let's go for
an encore.
Now today they are doing something to try and
set it up
as well. They are having a kind of a mock hearing about January 6th, as well as kind of a memorial, as that is their kind of agenda day. They are bringing that back up. It is the anniversary of January 6th today. So that is where their focus is. At the same time, the president is saying they're going to try to re-impeach me. He doesn't have to be some sort of crystal ball reader to know that this is coming. This is the apparent playbook now. And it is going to be interesting to see if there is any sort of course correction in the Democrat Party if they do this and it fails once again. Do they finally get over this obsession with waging this political tool, this political show trial, for any reason under the sun when it's just policy differences?
I think as long as you have a President Trump or someone in that ilk, someone who feels like President Trump, maybe someone who's willing to break some political norms, no, I think this will be the standard. I think this is the standard going forward. And by the way, like you said, I wouldn't be surprised to see if the Republicans switch it up and start doing the same thing. I don't approve of it. I don't like it. But I wouldn't be shocked as some of these younger ones become more seasoned, become the senior leadership, that this starts happening more and more. I don't like it. I would love to see us return to something a little bit more civil in that, but it doesn't feel like it's on the horizon. I mean, look, if they were successful, if some bizarre reason they were successful in removing him from office, do you think they really want a President J.D. Vance? And the answer to that is no, they do not want a President J.D. Vance. So that's how you know that this is still a bit of a show. Because look, before you would have had a President Mike Pence. Okay, regardless, at least it would have been a calmer situation. You may not have approved of him, but it would have been a calmer situation. A President J.D. Vance, way different. Way different. You're talking about someone who is not afraid to speak his mind or say things that are controversial or do things that are controversial or even say things that I would say go against even the traditional conservative platform. You would have a very, very different time. So I don't believe that they think they can get this done, but they know that it is painful.
Right.
And it is a painful experience to go through, whether you are the person being impeached, the family of the person being impeached, the administration, the amount of time and effort you have to put in to this kind of thing. It's not some silly, fun, throw it together, put it together. It is really straining. So like Will said, it would theoretically, in many ways, end any movement of President Trump's agenda through the House and Senate.